And it felt like I only heard that question barely enough to count on my fingers.
Right. Wow. Nobody don't ask you that. Who asks you that? Robbie, anybody ever ask you that? Yes. How do you feel at this moment? But so, with the exception of your wife, because you have an amazing wife. But I'm just saying, like, growing up, once you become a man,
yes,
you've heard that,
a
lot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's the reason we have.
And even when we ask somebody, we got to put a slang on it. Like, how you feeling, dog?
Yeah.
You know, you can't say it because we can't even be vulnerable in a regular way. You ain't keeping it real. It's like, my man, you know, you good, dog? It's like we can't just simply say it. It's like we can't be transparent. Vulnerability.
Well, here in South Florida, you know, I did high school here. Born in Brooklyn, but I did high school here. They had a saying. They'll look at you when I used to play football. You know, they say, "Hey, you straight?
You straight?
Right.
That's it." And they
you good?
Get
straight.
up,
Yeah.
get up, and that's it.
That's
they ain't
it.
going in detail. They say
Yeah.
you straight. You either say yes or no.
Yeah.
And if you say no, they don't have a rebuttal.
Yeah.
They don't.
We gonna keep going.
Keep your head
Get
up.
over it. Well,
You'll be all right.
you'll
be all right.
You'll be all right. Keep your head up.
That's it.
Get
You be
up.
all right. And they keep it moving.
Yeah, you be all right, player.
Yeah.
You know, this how we do it.
No solution, just because they had a
Because if they don't have, if you don't have the capacity, how you gonna hold that space for me?
Yeah.
Right.
You going through the same thing.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
It's
So
wild.
I can tell you while I've been asked how I'm doing,
Yeah.
I know with the men I work with, that's not the norm. The men I work with, feelings? What?
And what is that?
What are you talking about?
Speaking Japanese or something. Konnichiwa. What?
You speaking language not from this earth.
Yeah, it's a little rough, man. It's more than rough, and that's why we're here, man. I really appreciate the fellas, all the gentlemen. Before we even stop, I just want to take the time to say thank you for coming, each one of y'all, because this right here, I just know that younger guys, my sons, may need to hear this. So I'm a true believer that your network is your net worth. So if you have a network of men that make decisions that are examples of the community, and you bring your son around that, 9 times out of 10, that's what he's going to aspire to be. He's going to look and see, you know, my dad deals with headstrong and productive men. That's what I'm going to do. But if they never see it, how can they be it? Yeah, you can watch TV, but it's nothing like
It's nothing.
Yeah.
a person right in front of you every day. Then all you got to do is go in the room and knock on the door. Dad, XYZ. Or Uncle, XYZ. Because some people don't have children. My brother is not a father, but yet he's seen what a father is.
Yeah.
So he's able to have an example. So I just want to pivot a little bit to my next series of questions. This one is for Marlon. How has love, when healthy, impacted your creative or your mental state?
Wow. I'll be honest, man. When love is going good, it reflects on my poetry. When love ain't going good,
It reflects in my
Bring
poetry.
it along.
it reflects my poetry. And I'll be honest, I got a lot of poems. Maybe only 1/8 are about love,
Okay.
Okay.
but they potent. Few of them reflect anger because I don't want to come out the way I'm an uplift, but just to be transparent, I got one in the chamber, and it looks like the title is going to be From Scapegoat to the Goat. That's where it's pointing, and I hope to lift up the masses with it because I'm learning. I'm actually going through a transition right now. Right now. I'm glad I could laugh, but I had to do some self-healing to be here to come, be honest with you, because, you know, you asked me, you good? Just
That's
like
right.
that. It's funny, as a firefighter and as a nurse, my job is to ask people, are you good?
Yeah.
Actually. And then they'll tell me.
But do you ask yourself?
I've learned to. I've learned to. And that's why I had healing in the chamber. So I ground regularly.
Yeah.
I deep breathe regularly. I go look into my chakras regularly, and it put me in a mode of being able to deflect and combat even those changes that are abrupt that you're not expecting. But right now, and I have a jot sheet, and even now, I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm actually hurting though. There's a formula of the two that makes, these livers gonna be special. And I hope to really lift up. I ain't coming to the world to bring pain and, it's all, there's a saying, you have the power to control your perception, and therein lies your freedom. And God has given me, maybe every couple of years, a new set of magic glasses with an updated prescription, and everything looks different. So I've been seeing everything in color and highlighted color for a while now. Oh, I had an amazing chemistry, a ranging formula, many things. A dope relationship with all my children, all 5 of my kids. My son's 31, my oldest daughter doing a doctorate at Morgan State. Then I had one just graduated from Clark. We just got on the phone here today. I have my 2 babies outside. One just transferred from Hampton to FIU, and one's getting ready to be a senior. We just, on the way here, she just got measured for her cotillion dress. I just took her to get her prom just 3 weeks ago. It's funny, I had to go to Hobby Lobby to get some material to cover. I was like, no, we ain't doing that. I took it to the tailor.
Yeah.
I said, yo, this is right here. I said, if you want that dress, this is what we're going to do. So I have an amazing formula. So all these, I'm thankful that I have all these connections of my, an exampleship to my kids. That all therapy to be able to be in a position to handle what's going on now. So that's why I could be here. And I'm glad you asked it. I said, no, I got to be here.
That's right. I was a little hesitant because, people need their space. I'm fully aware of that. But I'm praying, and I know that this segment right here is actually healing for people who are listening, healing for people who need to see. It's going to be all over, and I just appreciate you, man. I'm thankful that you're here to come and get some healing and resources yourself. This right here, this cipher right here is healing. You're going to look at this and be like, man, you're going to leave here today and be like, yo, I needed to do that. Then, like, when it comes out, summertime, you're like, yeah. So I encourage anybody who's listening right now, the reason why I brought the therapist on today is because I want black men to really consider therapy. I can't preach it unless I am an advocate. I am an advocate for it. I can't preach it unless I'm doing it. So I've been attending therapy for over a decade now, or about 16 years, consistently in therapy, yes. But we're going to get into my story a little bit later. There's a film, shameless plug, called The Blacked Out Project, which deals with a black man's mental health struggles and how to handle them.
Outstanding project, brother.
Yes, sir. That's right. You're in the movie, right?
Yeah. Outstanding.
You know what I'm saying? I did that film for healing.
Okay.
That film should be something for all men to see, whether you're black or white, it don't matter. It's a man's film, but ladies can get something out of it as well. My mission is this right here. You got to know your purpose in life, and I'm honored right now at this moment to be doing this work so that brothers could do the work and have a better outcome. I invited Robert because he is the man. The black therapist with the answers.
Whoa.
All right. And y'all search for therapy, man. I would tell anybody, search for therapy so that you can heal and put up that mirror. Therapy doesn't mean that you're crazy. Therapy means you want to do something about your situation.
That's correct.
And you want to do the work, the internal work. Because every day we get in the mirror and we may give ourselves a haircut. We could put on clothes. We could smell good. On the outside, the exterior, we looking fly, smelling fly. We look good. But on the inside, we are rotting.
Yeah.
We are rotting and turning into zombies. Get that help. And the reason why I wanted a pastor and a therapist here is because I've never seen it on a podcast before. You heard it right here at the Mental Cypher. We got two forms of healing. Because growing up, I grew up in the church. And guess what? Everything was the church. Yeah. So it was embedded in me to go to a pastor. But as I became an adult, this is what happens. When you're a kid, your mom or your dad, they force you to go to church, right? It's a way of life.
Yeah.
So it's accepted. When you become an adult, that's a decision you make on your own.
Yeah.
Unless your parents put you in therapy as a child, which I think is good practice.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But you're taught spiritually to heal. But see this right here? This is where you got to see somebody like Robert to get all of the fine combs. Because guess what? God made therapists.
That's right.
My pastor sends me a lot of couples
Awesome.
because they go to him, and then he's like, "Guys,
Awesome.
this is you need to go see a professional."
That's right. I always wanted to say this. When I'm in church, the sermon is always great, but it may not be for you. In therapy, it is always for you.
Yeah.
This is why you must take yourself to therapy. Because it's about you, fixing you.
Yeah.
The church is about community. Therapy is about personality. That's my saying. So, with that, fellas, I'm going to close out with a couple questions. What makes... Actually, let's go to this question. This is a great question. This is for all the guys. What's one thing every man needs to hear when it comes to healing after love, heartbreak, or raising a family?
If you're not changing it, you're choosing it.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, I had to process that. That was computing.
If you're not changing it, you are choosing it.
Yeah. What do you say, Rob?
There's so many things.
Pick one.
One thing that a man needs to hear. Tell me the question one more time.
What's one thing every man needs to hear when it comes to healing after love, heartbreak, or raising a family?
Take care of yourself so that you can take care of the ones you love.
Absolutely.
You can't just keep. It can't just be only about your wife and only about your kids. If you don't take care of you, there won't be a you to take care of everyone you care about.
It's powerful. There's a saying that talks about that. As a firefighter, we go in a fire, we hearing the kids in the closet, but if we don't put out our mask first,
Everybody gonna go down.
everybody gone. We need that oxygen. We really have to self-preserve so that we could be a gift to others.
Absolutely.
Save yourself first. It seems selfish, but what good are we?
Right. You
What
can't
good are
save
we if we
nobody
coming
else.
in pain? If we
Yeah. It's you can't pour out if you don't have anything in you.
Right.
You just keep exhausting yourself.
Depleted.
Yeah.
I think people hear that, but they don't know how to pour into themselves and what that looks like. Like even hearing you talk about therapy, I'm like, whoa, therapy sounds magical and mystical. Yeah. But people don't know what therapy is. Like, you get people now. It's like, yeah, I knew I needed to go to a therapist. Well, what do you want to work on?
I said, I don't know.
They lost.
That's your job. You tell me. Hey, I just met you, man. I don't know what you need.
Talking about Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
I'm straight.
That's funny. It's just like when you go to the doctor and say, "Why are you here?" You're the doctor.
You tell me. What I'm paying you for.
What I'm paying you for.
That's funny you should say that. That is sort of, as a firefighter paramedic, I'm the one that say, the patient whisperer. I always have compassion. I can hear. But that does strike a nerve because they're coming there like, so explain to me how you feeling. You straight?
Right.
Are you wrong? How you feeling? It was like, what, you supposed to be the doctor. And I was like,
Since you know
we're
everything.
psychic. That's funny you should say that question. That's probably the button because, we can't even express what's going on within, and they want us to kind of guess. Right. So we're so disconnected with ourselves, we don't even know how to ask for help. Yeah. So, but
yeah.
Point well taken, brother.
So, Pastor, what's one thing every man needs to hear when it comes to healing after love, heartbreak, or raising a family?
I love you.
Home run.
I love you. And you can get through this. You just keep going.
Home run.
Take it one day at a time.
And forgiveness
Yeah.
is not for you. Well, it is for you.
Yeah.
And it's not for them. It's for you, for your healing. It's imperative. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I recall somewhere between my change of perception and having grace and empathy and compassion and being able to employ forgiveness even as the act.
Right.
I believe between that and grounding, that's why, I'm not on blood pressure. I don't take, this is, it proves itself as healing. Statistically, if you do the studies,
Right.
forgiveness is master medicine. Master medicine.
Yeah.
So is beach water and grounding. But forgiveness, that's healing. And compassion and empathy, the ability to see it from another angle other than your own has served me because, the Bible says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger.
Yeah.
And I have a long fuse, just like my dad, but there's something about when you marching towards 9 and you around 7, it's like, welcome to the show. And it take work to be mad, though. It take work to see that dude coming down the street. Oh, here he go. All right, what's up?
Yeah.
To not say nothing. I don't want to do all that. I want to say, oh, what's good, baby? How you doing, my brother?
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Carrying all that on your chest.
But love wins.
Yeah.
Love.
That's something to me.
And if you got self-love,
Yeah.
it's hard to give somebody what you don't have. And when you don't receive it, it shouldn't stop you from still giving it. It's not really negotiable. It's your birthright.
Yeah, I don't think young or older black men hear that enough, what Pastor just said. Because our value is only determined on what we can produce, not who we are. And I think more so if we begin to do that, I tell my closest friends who are men, man, I love you, man.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying that.
Yeah.
Why? Because I understand the depth of it.
Mm-hmm.
When your brother tells you he loves you, he's validating you as a man. It's not a female on the other end with, that you have to do something in order to get that. You don't have to spend money on me, brother. You're my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. And I think black men need to do that more with each other.
Why don't they?
Well, it has a lot to do with the trauma. It has a lot to do with, man, I can't get this 250 off my chest. I'm going to push it. Ugh! I'm a man. So I can't say that. Why? Because that makes me vulnerable. And men, doesn't matter which race, but I'm dealing with black men right now. As black men, we don't want to be vulnerable because that's like leaving the front door open to get shot or robbed. And we just got to work on it. I can identify that we need to work on that. That's what we have to do. We have to heal so that we could leave the door open and not think that we're going to get robbed by our own homie or my own brother.
Yeah.
And we can let him know, hey, man, this works. This is like, yo, man, if I tell you I love you, that means, hey, I got you.
Period.
You straight? Yeah, I'm straight. Thanks to you. You know what I'm saying? And reciprocate that. And then you begin to build what is called community. One last question before we close out, gentlemen.
All right.
And this one is going to pass around. If you could give advice to your younger self about relationships and mental health, what would you say? Pastor Terrell, we'll start with you.
Speaking to my younger self now, before Pastor. There are gonna be some days that you're gonna have to cry. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna be hurt. Some relationships are just for a season. Don't take it personal. You have to grow from it. But keep going. And also tell myself, you don't have to keep that in.
Yeah,
Go find somebody to talk to.
that's right.
It's okay. It's okay to talk. It's okay to open up. Go find somebody to talk to. You gonna get through this, bro.
That's a good one. You'd be surprised how many brothers don't even hear that. You'd be surprised. Robert.
My younger self regarding relationships. That's a particularly interesting question. I'm with the same person I was with when I was younger.
Right. Word.
I guess recognizing her capacity, recognizing my capacity. We are growing. We are not done. So where we are right now, this might just be an issue of right now. It's not necessarily indicative of everything. Some things are, but not everything is. I guess make sure there's empathy for yourself and for your partner.
Yeah, but you a grown man now.
That's what I would tell my younger self.
No, man. So you the same person?
Like I'm with the same person. And
right.
When I look at our relationship now and the things that have changed, it's that I needed to understand that then. And it's through learning those things.
So it's the grown man talking to the shorty.
Right.
Yeah. It's an emotional maturity. Like me and my wife were ever really immature.
Right.
But immature, I'm talking about maturity and things like responsibility we had. But when it comes to emotional maturity, the growth that I have had to make is recognizing and accepting all of her flaws, the times that she contradicts herself, which is very often. And
Don't you say that. Don't you say that. Don't you say that.
It's very true.
Shout out to the ladies out there. We're going to get the ladies. We're going to get the ladies in here.
One time.
We appreciate you.
Thank you,
Everybody goes through that.
Yeah.
Robert is going through his thing, but we going to be all right. You straight?
You all right? Straight. You can call me. I pray with you, brother. Baby, I love you, okay? I love you. When you watch this, I really love you, baby. Thank you for 19 years together, 15 years married. Baby, I love you. Robert.
Why is that not safe? Think about it.
I feel you, though.
Think about it. Why is that not safe?
I feel you, man.
So the best thing in my relationship, when my wife is full of shit, I tell her she's full of shit.
No, that's the way to be.
She has no problem letting me know when I'm full of shit.
And she takes accountability?
Absolutely.
Well,
see?
To the best of her ability, she takes accountability.
Good answer.
That's my
good answer. Good answer. A lot of ladies need to take notes from her. But that's another episode.
We want Robert to go home.
That'll probably
Robert got to go home.
He got to go home.
Major issue.
He got to go home. You don't, please.
Robert got to go home.
I'm listening out for his mental and physical.
You know what I'm saying?
But he got to go home.
All three of us going to go on the hotline.
Yeah.
Straight.
You straight?
You straight, player?
No, player. No. Right.
It's so many scriptures, you know. I know you the best, but but that really is the one-stop shop because it lit up as I was an adult, but the words aren't so long. But be not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. And the other one, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And it seems like, but it works. And that's why
there's power in that. Even
in now, I have a peace because I've seen with my own eyes. It's like wearing a new pair of glasses. You'd be like, you see the results. And if I was to tell my old self, my young self that, I would say dig into that scripture and make sure you understand what it means. Because we all know we read a scripture at 12. Mm-hmm. We know it. Yeah. My dad used to make me learn. We call it memory verse in the SDA church. Yeah. You learn your memory verse. But then when you're 24, it light off the page. When you're 34, I'm getting goosebumps. How many scriptures, it light up different. But you had to go through some pain and understanding to really grasp what it was saying.
Meaning,
yeah. So I think I'll close that on those two.
Awesome. Well,
I'm Robert Sawyer. I am a licensed mental health counselor. You can find me at Robert Sawyer CO on Instagram, TikTok, all that. But what I really enjoy doing for all my classmates, I am the co-host with my wonderful, wonderful wife, Mrs. Sawyer, of a podcast called Only Black Kids in the Class. You can find us at Only Black Kids on all socials, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. We put out, it's mostly relationship content, and apparently we're funny.
Yes, they are.
We don't seek to be funny, but I guess our takes are interesting. My wife is a star. She didn't even know it.
Man,
Just had to put a camera on her. I knew it.
Y'all hilarious.
But yeah, only black kids in the class. Come join us.
Awesome.
Instagram, Marlon POW. Facebook, Marlon POW, Ferdinand. So Marlon Powell, The Power of Words. Even if you put my name, you'll see it. Amazon, Power of Words 7, my book. First album, Rules of Engagement. Friendly Fire, Combat Ready. You don't know.
Accolades.
Terrell Harris. Consider myself 4 Ps. I'm a pastor, I'm a parent, a policeman, and I'm a partner. If you want to come have church with us, on Sundays we start at 9 a.m. The church name is True Love, Praise, and Worship. The address is 4179 Northwest 167th Street, Suite B in Miami Gardens.
There's something I wrote, and I hadn't tightened it all up, but I think about you. Everyone here is living life loud.
Right.
And it was called Live Life Loud. So here's that line for y'all gentlemen.
Go
Live
ahead.
life loud.
All right.
No tomorrow, no yesterday. All we have is really now.
Yeah.
No more point on your finger, outward handing over your power.
Yeah.
Live life every second, every minute, every hour. What I'm saying is if life's just a sentence, is your drama full of spaces and periods when it should just really be a comma. But living life loud, it's more like an exclamation. That vertical line, dot on the bottom, punctuation. Now, if you're confused or oblivious, that's a question mark. So you either walk by faith or by sight, or those dreams get stolen. But if you choose to lease and or buy, add or deviate from the plan on the fly, well, that describes your semicolon. But the hope is you choose to become your very best version and impact the karmic balance proudly. Things aren't getting easier. You're learning how to handle it better, and you're ready to live life loud. No tomorrow, no yesterday. All we have is really now. No more pointing your finger, outward handing over your power. Live life every second, every minute, every hour. This is my shout out. Nice to meet you, brothers.
Hey, nice to meet you.
That's what's up.
I know when I need a Hallmark card, I'm calling Marlon now. I'm getting
That's what's up. Again, once again, gentlemen, thank you for coming out to the Mental Cypher Podcast. I am your host, Hugh Hayes, and we'll be right back with another episode at some point. I would love to have everybody come again whenever you feel free. Reach out, and that's it. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.